Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story. Hello everyone, welcome back to DoubleTime, where we have altercations in hell. Plenty is going on.
Yay.
Yeah, more hell.
Yay.
Doesn't that just sound like fun? Before we go into it, I want to say, if you're ever interested in checking out any local tournaments, they're fan-nominated, check out RPGLeague at their landing page, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. They do fan-nominated tournaments. They do reviews on other tabletop RPGs, not just Dungeons & Dragons. And they're overall just another source for you to find any good information about tabletop RPGs. So check them out at their landing page at www.rpgleague.com, and you'll be able to find all sorts of different good information. Now, where we last left off was a lot happened.
Yeah, there was a
lot of
quite
bad
the
things.
disaster.
A lot of bad things happened.
Refresh me, because I forget.
Okay,
some.
So where we last left off, the jester had taken control just in front of Asmodeus, discussing with Zariel about their actions that they're planning on doing. As such, Strahd von Zarovich appeared, seemingly through a ripple of space, and stabbed through Asmodeus with this orb. The orb was pitch black with red lines going through it, and seemed to have drained Asmodeus of his essence. Strahd then immediately, through almost ease, had sent Zariel somewhere along with her two subordinates. Going from there, the blood war had eked through the walls of the city and began to ravage the town. Well, entire city, rather. They escorted several civilians back, prevented them from, one of which being the man who's been there for so many years, and the twin sisters, as well as Ben, though Ben now missing an arm and has two broken legs. Making their way to the monument, they transported to the second layer of hell, as the first layer had fallen to the blood war and the abyssal creatures had taken control of it. The pair then destroyed the portal on the other side by dropping a little bit of blood and preventing it from being coherent, and the portal ceased to exist, turning into concrete. Exiting, they found themselves in the second layer of hell, which is drastically different than the first layer. There's actual genuine flowers. The sky doesn't seem to be raining down meteors atop the city or the land. Everything seemed to be well constructed and quite gorgeous in comparison to the hell that they were in before. Talking with a different Aaron Yes, who was dragging what seemed to be a single prisoner behind her, looking like he was tattered, rugged, and ultimately emotionally destroyed. She questioned the pair on what they were doing, who they were, only to be shut up and told that the first layer had fallen and that they need to speak to the ruler of this plane, and that's where the force switch occurred. So, Jester.
Why? Hi.
You find yourself taken back into consciousness, directly in front of this Aaron Yes, who has an older gentleman, if I recall, wrapped in basically a lasso that you've seen them all have before. He's bruised, bloodied, and her face has dropped once you spoke of the first layer falling. What do you mean? This... If you're lying to me, I will make sure that you are going to suffer here.
I like suffering as much as the next person, but we have business to attend to. And yes, the first layer has fallen. Zariel is gone?
What do you mean Zariel's just gone?
Well, she's not there. I don't know. She disappeared.
Do you have any proof of this, so that way I can go to my lord and not find my head decapitated?
Oh, very well, very well. And I meticulously reenact the scene from the courtroom, using only myself as an actor.
So you reenact Asmodeus being stabbed through?
Mm-hmm, by myself. So I stabbed myself.
Through some very quick, fancy footwork, you just ha! And you fall over face first into the ground. Make a performance check.
Yes, I am very good at these. 24.
She almost looks terrified, enamored, and lost in thought at what you are doing. And then suddenly, her face has recognition almost, like she's understanding what you're doing. Strangely enough, it seems to have gotten through to her.
Okay, good.
If I'm understanding, then you need to speak to Titanius? Is that his name? Tivanus?
Titavilus.
Titavilus.
I must write that down somewhere, otherwise I will forget and call them something horrible.
Sorry about that, everyone. Just had a brief cut there. What did you say? I did not hear that on my end.
Let me think here. I'm very one-track mind.
She said that she talked about what you want is to talk to Titavanius.
Yes, I have to talk to him and inform him of what happened, because he might very well be in danger. Probably is.
If Zariel, the Lord of the First, has been defeated or disappeared, as you said, then Titavanius definitely needs to understand and learn of this. It's a very grave issue. So, what we will do is you will follow me. I will bring this up to my lord, and then he will bring it up to his. Understood?
Should I bring someone else to confirm the story?
Absolutely. If you don't, then I'm pretty sure that you will end up finding yourself dead.
Okay, as she's telling me this, I just turn around and go find Relic.
Okay. She stands there waiting. You can hear as you walk away the old man kind of weeping. Just like, please let me go. And, yeah, so you make it back to the building. You weren't very far from it to begin with, so it only takes you like a minute to get all the way back there, and you can easily see Relic is chilling out in there. Is it? No. Destrin is in there.
The twins and Ben and
yeah. I don't remember the Aaron Yes that is our ally being in there.
I don't think she was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or she isn't now. Either way.
Well, yeah, she isn't, but Izith, that was her name.
Yes.
Izith's not in there.
Okay. So I stroll in.
Yep.
Outwardly calm, inwardly freaking the fuck out, as always.
As always.
Relic? Hello?
I can see you, yes.
Yes, I need you to come with me, if you want to. I mean...
He's already, walking up towards you, and if this is what needs to happen, talking to someone, or you need my approval, then let's go. We don't have time to waste.
Okay, can you carry me like a football, please?
He grabs you by the head and just tucks you into his arm and just flaps his wings, and
oh God.
quickly realizing that from his fist bump that he gave you before, this might have been the wrong idea.
My head, please.
However, it was only for a brief moment, as he then is essentially stopped by an Araness, the same Araness from before. Is this the person who you're gonna bring to my...
I stick a hand out from his fist and wave.
Very well. Can I have your name, sir? And he just is... My name is Relic. I was working under... Where's my page? Oh no.
It was the guy who wasn't the other guy.
Was it, Oraz? Yes.
Yes.
My name is Relic, and I worked under Oraz, Duke of Avernus. If you have any misconception or questions, feel free to ask. I was there. I witnessed it all. All right, well, then we need to hurry. If what your friend says is true, then we need to be quick about things. This is not, Is it true the first layer fell? It is, but this is not the time to talk. We need to find Titavanus.
Titavillis.
Village. Vil.
This is like... Oh, I don't dare repeat their names now.
Titavillis. It's because I also put down Titavanus. Titavillis.
Sure.
There we go. It's in there, it's good, and for some reason it is not a misspelled word in Google. Or none of these misspelled words. That's a little more disconcerting than I would like. Anyways. She more or less carries by wrapping the lasso several times over the man and takes off into the air, flying into a general direction towards what seems to be a fairly large building. Being out here, they're all very well built. They're Marbleline, and the ground itself has this tint of red and white cobblestone with red lines interjecting in between each different portion that seems to light up the road. Though, in comparison to the first layer, there's a lot less populace roaming around. There are definitely more higher figures than there were imps before, and oh my god, what are they called again? The Bone Devils. They seem to have been perched in the very specific locations rather than actually roaming the city.
I see.
So flying towards this nearly domed-looking building, it has bits and pieces of glass on top of it that comes out to a jut, almost like jagged thorns if someone was to fall on top of it. And by landing in front of it, this door seems to open from a gate before she actually even lands. Almost like it was expecting.
Ominous, I like it.
Relic then lands as he has been football carrying you and just gingerly places you down, his entire hand basically being at your back's width.
I pat his knee.
And so the Araness in front of you turns to face you. The man himself has actually passed out, and she is carrying shoulder to shoulder with him. This is where my lord will reside. So let us go in. Be mindful. He is a high ruling judge in the courts, so he has a lot of sway with his words.
Okay.
But if you can convince him, then he has direct contact to Titavillis.
I'll just stand here then. Well,
we're going inside, so come on now.
Oh, can I reenact my little play again?
It was very good. However, I don't think that he's a man that will accept it as evidence. He's a very straight, narrow person.
Nobody down here likes the arts.
We like to get things done.
Fine.
I mean, she pulls out like what seems to be like a scroll and flicks it down. It's a very remedially small scroll itself. We have on record about 3,276 different courts to go through today, so they are very busy.
Oh, okay, yes, I see. I will keep my play brief then. And I smile.
Charming. Let's go. We don't have time. And she kind of like rushes in with the guy on her back, more or less, like a backpack.
A human backpack, very nice.
Wrapped in lasso.
Very good.
Relic kind of just like walks forwards, turns back to look at you. Oh, come on now, come on.
Okay. I follow very closely to him. I don't want to be killed or mistaken for someone else.
Yeah. So following in, the dome more or less was actually more of the wall than you thought. It is substantially large, so stretching upwards from ground level, it seems to go up at least 40 feet before reaching another layer of floor that you're not sure of, but the domed wall does seem to creep over it.
Oh god, okay.
Traveling further in, the interior of this has almost kind of like a slick ground. It's very plain. It's like a beige white squared tile with torch sconces of blue flames in the corners that seem to light up the rest of this room. And sitting across from you is, like, across the room, which the room itself is expansive, and there's a set of large staircases behind this figure, is about 50 feet, a smallish desk, probably about the size of Ilinara's desk, is there.
Yes, very good.
And a man in a tuxedo and bow tie stands there. He has slight horns.
Oh no. Oh, you dirty bastard.
He has red skin, a tuxedo and bow tie, and seems to have quite a curly Q black mustache going. And when he sees you, his eyes kind of light up, and he gets a crude smile. Ah, hello. And what do we have the honor of your esteemed guests here? They're here to speak to my lord. Well, he's quite busy at this current time. He's got 3 different individuals in the court right now, though give him a few minutes and they'll be ejected.
Oh no. Why now?
Who's your friend there? I like the wings. They're quite nice.
Shit. Fuck. Not to fear, I have a plan.
Oh no. Did it happen again? Oh yeah.
Oh, hi. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
I have a plan.
I'm dead. You switch into your phone like immediately.
Maybe, possibly, probably.
Fair enough. This gives me time to write down some names, so.
Hello.
Hello.
Would I be correct in saying that this man is Maximilian?
It is indeed Maximilian. However, we have no idea who this is.
Oh, I would like to slap you, sir.
The desk is very nice in comparison to Ilinara's desk. It's
I don't
like
give a flying fuck.
You good, or did you hear what I said before?
No. Maybe?
Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
I don't remember.
Okay, he looks at you. I'll just restart the whole interaction because it wasn't very long. He looks at you three, and a kind of crude smile emerges from his face. What kind of business do you have for such esteemed guests? And the Aaron, yes, we're here to speak to my lord. We have urgent business. And he looks at the three of you again and just says, well, he's currently very busy. He's in court with about 3 other individuals, but give him a few minutes and those individuals will probably be ejected. Who's your friend there? It's quite nice wings. I love it.
Side point. When we talked to the stone man, he showed us a vision of him. We know who this is.
Oh, dude, did he? I didn't remember. Well, then we know who this is.
We have no reason to hate him, though.
Very true, other than what the stone man has said, who is now trapped in the abyss, basically.
Yeah.
He's left in the first layer of hell. So, well, give him a few minutes, and I'll see to it that you get sent in. Once you're ready, go up those stairs, and you'll be face to face with the beast.
But so you talk to your boss? That's very rude, sir.
Oh, do not get it wrong. It's what he would like me to call him. He's very different, you know.
I furrow my brows and look confused. Weird.
It'll make more sense once you get in there to see it. Relic looks at, leans down to you as well. Just, are we sure about these two?
Do we need to get the whip? They seem like they're into that kind of thing.
Well, I know a few people that are. It's not uncommon in hell. Besides the point.
I furrow my brows even harder.
We need to speak to him as urgent as possible. So be sure that the moment that he ends the court, that we can go in. I understand. Just give me a moment. It takes seconds.
I check
In the
my
meantime, we can
watch.
chat. So what business is it that you need to talk to him about?
Important things.
Such as?
Stuff that's important.
I mean, if an individual such as yourself who does not seem to have your bracket on, is that alright with you two? The Aaron, yes, kind of realizes something, leans back. Yes, when did you get your bracket off?
I furrow my brow even more and just look very pissed off and look up at Relic.
Somehow your eyebrows go down to your cheeks. It's very strange. No, Relic pitches in. They work under me, so I have seen to it to make sure that they are welcome. Understand? So, issues with her, him, them, comes directly to me. The Aranyas and the tiefling devil man seem to cross eyes, glances. Well, it didn't bother me any. If you're from the first layer, then more or less you are of no use to me personally. But I will see to it that your request is given at least the proper authority that it deserves.
Ooh, I'm so mad.
Still a few minutes to go. Anything else that you might need? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am the advisor of this building. This fine establishment.
I look at him with insanity in my eyes. You look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
Unless you've been to Court Prejudice before, you wouldn't know me to begin with. Have you ever been to the second or third layer of hell?
I've been many places.
Then maybe that's where, but I don't recognize you, I'm sorry. A different physique about you. Not my type, no offense.
Wow, how about this? And I turn into Din Anna.
The tiefling, the ditzy tiefling. Oh, this is quite a surprise. The Ernyes also stands back. Just what exactly are you?
A monster.
Well, then you fit right in.
I cry.
Besides the point, we'll be seeing my lord here in just a moment. And the tiefling, or the devil man, in the tuxedo devil, Maximilian, does pitch in. Well, he seems to have finished his duties, so I will ring him in for you. And at that moment, you also hear above you this screaming wailing and a very loud smash sound. And this happens about 3 different times. Just.
I look at Relic.
Relic's face has, for a pit fiend, gone relatively pink, like pale almost.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Well, let's get going. We have, if what you say is true, then we need to go as fast as possible. And the Ernyes, still with the human backpack on, is going up the stairs.
I follow her, and I just look at the human backpack man.
He's not a backpack, but he is definitely still unconscious, his arms and legs kind of flailing around, because he's a little bit shorter than the Ernyes, though she is easily lifting him with, no issues. Going up the stairs, Relic is still kind of jittering behind you. You can actually see that he's actually genuinely afraid of what the hell's going on in here, especially with the title of Court Prejudice.
Yeah, it's not the best name.
And making it up the stairs, the room itself is actually surprisingly small, but there is a very large door that stands pretty oh my god, my brain, what's the word? Intimidatingly. There's this massive door. The door itself is easily another 30 to 40 feet tall. And the Ernyes just kind of places a hand and it opens. Both doors just seem to open. On the interior of this room, you can see it's drastically different than the display in what you can consider the reception room. The ground is actually a dark gray with different elements of terrain. It has, or levels of terrain, so it's almost like rough exterior, almost like you're walking in a crater almost. And the walls themselves are also of this smooth obsidian black. There's several pillars that stretch all the way up to the ceiling, which in of itself is easily another 40 feet.
Oh, I don't like it.
The room itself is fairly expansive. It's relatively the same size of the court that was in the first layer when Asmodeus was slain.
I see.
Except that there are 3 different podiums on 2 different sides. There, you can see behind 3 podiums that are closest to you, there are 3 massive crush marks in the black terrain itself, so it's very dented, though you don't see any remnants or substances of other creatures.
Nice. That's nice.
Standing opposed to those 3 pillars, is the other 3 podiums, and on 2 of them they are empty, but at the highest point you can see this massive winged bone devil who stands on hind legs opposed to the normal bone devils that you've seen. And in relative size to bone devils, this one is easily at least 1.5 or twice the size of a normal bone devil.
Oh god. Okay.
It has hands stretched out onto the podium in front of it, and the podium itself goes up about 15 feet from base level.
Nice.
It has jagged clawed hands and fingernails that dig into the podium when you approach. Estrin, what is this about? My lord, these two have come to discuss matters involving the first layer. What business does the first layer have here?
I step forward, front and center, nice and composed. First layer has fallen. Everybody except for maybe a handful of devils and slaves are alive. Asmodeus is dead. Zerial is missing, and you're in danger.
He looks around, looks back at you, looks at Estrin, the Erinyes, looks back at you. This may be the fastest trial I've ever had.
I was told to be quick and expedient. Yes.
Go over it a little slower. The first layer has fallen. Zerial is gone.
Yes.
Those that worked under Zerial are gone.
Yes, as far as we know, they're all gone.
How did this come to pass, and why would I be in danger?
Well, there's a man who showed up, who I happen to know, who I'm at odds with. Let me be clear on that. I do not like him.
He leans in, his eyes kind of peering.
I do not like him. We do not get along. We are not friends.
Leans
He is an
back
asshole.
ever slightly.
He is a bad man. Very bad.
In that moment, you can see Relic off the corner of your eye. His face is now even pinker.
Oh god.
than before. You
I'm
can see
sweating.
bits and
profusely.
pieces of sweat from him are also kind of. He looks almost like a like he's been in a sauna. Sweat is just dripping off of him.
Yes, this man, it has shown up, and he has some kind of artifact or weapon or something, and he killed Asmodeus in...
He killed Asmodeus?
In one hit, yes.
Is this true? And Relic pitches in. Yeah. Yes, Lord. It is, in fact, true. Asmodeus was slain directly in front of me, and I was held in place by this very pale, small man. It has come to attention that perhaps he has Asmodeus' power, and that would be why you are in danger. The Bone Devil leans back, and when he does, you can actually hear creaking from the podium as it kind of like lurches forwards from his legs, probably pressing up against it. I have a question for you then. Why did you come to me and not go straight to Titavilis and Estrin? If times are of grave matter, then bringing it to me is not of your need. Estrin pitches in. To be honest, I was partially skeptical, but if they've won you over, then, my lord, I'm going to follow your understanding.
Oh, we were also sent here by Maximilian, and you should punish him severely.
You were sent here by Maximilian?
Yes, he thought it was more important for us to talk to you than to bother the Lord.
Estrin pitches in. My lord, no, that is not remotely true.
Yes, no. I'm getting ready to cast Banishment.
Hentra, the large bone devil, leans back. I mean no disrespect, but Maximilian has been here for far longer than you two. I do not understand what's going on. I have much more work to do, so I will send my escort Estrin to Titivalis with you. Titivalis. My apologies, Lord of the Second. I do not mean to use your name improperly. But Maximilian is not of your regard. Leave. And in that moment, you can feel almost this, pull from behind you. Almost like a candy cane hook is dragging you out of the room.
I feel inclined to leave. I kind of just hobble out.
Okay. Yeah, when you leave, Relic is left in there, Estrin is left in there, and the doors slam closed in front of you.
Well, fuck.
You can hear some muttering in a different language on the other side, but that's about it. So how did it go? And you hear the tiefling man from before, Maximilian, standing behind you. So how did it go?
I have some words for you. None of them are kind.
To me or Maximilian?
To both. Oh, it was great. I had a good time.
Are you alright? Or did Hentra kind of scare you? I did say he was different. I did warn you.
I lean in close to him. If I was you, I'd start running.
From what? Not to put it lightly, but, I don't exactly feel I need to run.
Fair. That's your choice.
After some awkward silence and what you can hear in the corner, a clockwork ticking, the doors swing open, almost like blowing you off their feet, and Relic is escorted out with Estrin. Everything that you had said is confirmed. Maximilian, please go back to your desk. Oh, very well. I do have other business to attend to. I believe the new court victims will be approaching soon. Best of luck, Estrin. I think you have your hands full with this woman person. You...
Meg, you bastard.
And he goes down the steps. Estrin giving some side glances to you.
I furrow my brow.
If everything is alright, then we need to get moving. Everything was confirmed with Hentra,
Wait.
and
No.
your friend Relic here is going to be your witness. If Titivilis does not understand, or rather if he does not agree with your words, Relic will be your second eyes, and if he still does not, well, would you like the good news or the bad news?
The bad news.
You won't have to worry about the first layer anymore.
That's ominous.
Yes, and do you want the good news?
Is it the same news?
She gives a crude smile and just walks past you down the steps. Relic's
I furrow
face.
my brow, waiting for the good news.
Relic's face getting even pinker than before. At this point, he's almost... Before he was tomato red. And then he got to about... At this point, he's probably peach red.
Oh, do you need, some over-the-counter medication? Are you okay?
I just think that after explaining to Titivilis and protecting the second layer, I'm going to go and throw up. Let's just get going. Let's go.
Yep. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. And he follows behind Estrin, and I'm assuming you follow as well?
Yep.
All right. Heading down the steps, heading out of the building, Maximilian giving you a sly wave from his fingers.
I scowl at him.
He just smiles. His smile gets even wider.
I cry.
His smile weakens. No. Going outside, she sets the man down. And you can see he's unconscious.
Oh, but he was such a fashionable back
I
there.
think that I need to look presentable
Oh,
if
what a
I'm going
shame.
to be presenting you to Titivilis.
Oh,
It'll be an interesting day. I haven't seen Titivilis in a number of times. I've only seen him a number of times, rather. All right, are you two ready? Hello. Earth to individual.
hello.
She waves in front of your hands as you are silent due to Discord shutting up.
I missed most of that. I don't know what
Okay.
happened.
It's alright, because on my end, it was funny. She looks to the rest of you, well, the two of you, rather, and kind of sets the man down, dusts herself off. I have to look presentable if I'm going to be seeing Titivilis. I haven't seen Titivilis in a number of days. So, are you two ready?
I suppose.
Alright, then if you wouldn't mind stepping up against the wall.
I'll opt to stand, please. Thank you. You can still hear me.
I can, yes.
Okay, good. I suppose everything is in order.
Alright, cool. What do you
Red
remember?
ring of energy floating over me.
Okay, so when she places a hand on the wall that you're facing, this ring of reddish green energy forms that is in a perfect circle. It is barely large enough to fit Relic, but on the opposing side, the entire background flooring is totally different.
Okay, I don't understand. Jester
She
doesn't understand.
shoves you through the circle, and on the opposing side, you are in a completely different place.
That's nice.
The ground itself has this blue tile work. The walls are of this almost golden sheen, and the room is easily about 100 by 100 by more than 50 feet. You can't even tell how high up the walls actually go before it
Jesus
reaches the
Christ.
ceiling.
Do I spy a desk?
You spy a desk. This
Holy
desk
shit.
is easily from wall to wall. And though it is from wall to wall, it is surprisingly only about 10 feet tall.
I wonder
It
if
is-
he's compensating for something.
It looks more like a wall than it does a desk, but you've seen similar desks that have been extensive. Though the wood itself is almost this like pale white with shellings inside of it.
Interesting.
Standing opposed to this, it's a very small man. Surprisingly small individual who is well, actually, how big is Titivilis? He's only medium in comparison to like Relic. He's like a little bit taller than you, though you can feel power emanating off of him. He has
Very nice.
2 skull-looking shoulder pads on that have red glowing eyes on each point of them. He's got small imp-like wings that kind of flutter behind him very quickly as he seems to be moving from point to point on the desk in an incredibly fast pace. Just almost like a moth attracted to light.
Okay.
Sir, in that moment, he's fluttering in front of you.
Oh.
What is
Okay.
it? Hurry up. Come.
Oh god. Okay.
What do you need?
There was an accident at the mill little Timmy fell in. I'm just kidding. first layer has fallen. Zerial is gone. So are Bal and Auro's. Asmodeus is dead. And the Blood War is pretty close. Pretty close.
He was holding some paper as he was kind of fluttering in front of you. His feet touch the ground. He drops the papers. You can see a bunch of them are just illegible writing to you, but to him, he's clearly able to understand and read all of it. It just looks like symbols and gibberish. It doesn't even look like a language.
Interesting.
Well, this is quite a lot that you're throwing at me. I'm very confused. Yes. So, if I'm understanding correctly, then the entire first layer of hell is, more or less wiped out.
Yeah, it's gone entirely.
Fun. Okay, and why tell me?
I look to Relic for reassurance.
Relic's eyes are bulging out of his head at this point. Did you understand what he said? I couldn't hear him. Estrin, it's good to see you. How has his Lord Hentra been doing? Well, he's been, good. Yes, good. And he flies over, picking up the paper. So I'm sorry, what did you two need again?
Yes, you're in danger, I think. Yes. Definitely.
Well, I mean, it is hell. I've always been in danger. There's always somebody looking over my shoulders. Estrin,
No,
I'm looking
but
at
you are going to be killed.
What was that? I'm sorry?
You. Stabbed. Dead.
I see. You see, suddenly he has a book in his hand and he closes it. Doesn't make any sense of where he got this book from, but he is incredibly quick with it and just... So if I'm understanding, I'm at risk, correct? Because of this man that stabbed Asmodeus, who killed him, took his power, yada yada. Anyways, sorry, I'm just very busy, but all right. Thank you for warning me. If you need anything else, you'll probably want to go back to the prejudice court. I mean, I'm sure Hentra could use another number on his list.
I look to Relic for reassurance.
Relic has not moved.
I turn back to face Tidavillis. And then I look at my hand.
Yeah, when you...
and back to him.
When you look back from your hand back to him, he's got a separate book out, and he's actually got a stack of about 4 or 5 books sitting in front of his desk.
Anna.
Is he your brother?
If we die, I'm sorry. And I slap him. Look. You are in danger. We are trying to save your life.
Make just an attack roll. Add your proficiency and your strength.
Oh no, this is not gonna hit. Let's say that's a 7.
7, you say? Okay, as you bring up your fist, he's already, or as you bring up your hand to slap him, he's already next to you, holding it. He didn't like force your hand at all, but he was already at this point. As you wound back, his figure jolts to the side of you, and his hand is blocking your arm from moving. Now, that would be a grave mistake. I understand that your pleas are to assist me, but I'm very busy. As you can tell, if you look at this desk and he flies up to it, and by fly, I literally mean he just moves up to it and just picks up about 40 or 50 different sheets of paper, slides them down, slams them down in front of you. Do you see all of this? I have a lot to do. I don't have time to worry about the layer of first hell. I also don't have time to worry about Asmodeus. He was an old man. He might have died beforehand, but at the same time, he is a very powerful lord of this realm, and if he was to be slain, then the person that takes him is... maybe I should make room for this. And he kind of like looks over the papers and he flicks through them, just pulls out one of these sheets. Could make room, per se, in about 2 to 3 weeks.
I leave. I just walk out.
Yeah, as you turn around. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. It would actually probably be closer to about 5 weeks.
You're testing my patience, sir. Okay. I can't believe I have to tell you this, the Lord of the Second, but the first layer kept the Blood War away. And now that there is nothing to prevent the Blood War from getting here, well, you're fucked. So, good day. And I leave.
As you're leaving, you for once actually feel somewhat... You feel this sort of confusion come across his face as he leans back. Oh. I guess I didn't equate those two. He's now talking much slower.
I pivot off my heel for a second time.
You're quite forceful, no offense, but I mean, it's a good quality of you.
I've learned from this guy, and I point to Relic.
Relic's eyes even widen more. I did not teach him anything, Lord of the Second.
He's my dad.
His action, their actions are their own. Oh no, I know. I've been talking to the woman inside.
Anna?
He's a very fast talker.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
I've gathered everything that I need. So if I'm understanding, this man, Strahd von Zadovich, is the one that's took Asmodeus' power and threatens the entire existence of the Nine Hells. So what plan do you have to kind of rectify this?
Are we just throwing all the cards on the table, Anna? I thought we had, some secrets. Never mind. I don't care.
His fast speech is...
You're a lawyer. You're supposed to do this kind of thing.
I don't know what happened. I was just spilling everything.
I slapped myself. Okay. Well, I don't have a plan. Is there anything you, as the Lords of the Layers, can do? Could you hold some kind of, meeting?
Well, if Asmodeus is in fact gone, and based off of both of your reactions, Relic's reactions, and my subordinate Estrin's, I'm going to assume that, yes, this is in fact real. And as a result, I can go talk to the other Lords of the other Hells, and we can establish some sort of committee. Though there are conflicts between them, I'm sure you understand the conflict between the 4th and the 5th, and how they're, the produce sections, or the product they create themselves, or the jobs they are meant to do, they kind of intertwine, and as a result you get two different personalities talking about one different thing.
I just stare blankly.
Besides the point, we can hold a committee, yes. Personally, I would like you to be an eyewitness to it, with your friend Relic as well, but those of the committee are going to need something. They're going to need some sort of idea. Otherwise, no offense to you, I have no reason of keeping you alive, as more or less you were the ones that caused this.
That's fair. That is a fair response. We get that quite a bit.
And I'm glad that you understand that now. What I recommend is figuring out a plan, more than a plan than just showing up and talking to me, and coming back to me before I go set up the committee. Know that right now, I have already established enough connections to prepare defenses, and at this point you hear behind you a lot of footsteps, and emerging through the same portal are a number of bone devils, a number of other pit fiends who are all decked out in several black yet shining armor, each of them holding a trident in their hands that seem to have 3 different flickers of flame on the ends of it. They slam them together, and this puff of smoke just shoots up into the air. I have established enough protection for myself, as well as my own capabilities. No offense. I didn't want to take it away from your heroic tale. And he gives a kind of a sarcastic smile.
Wow, I like you even more than I did 2 seconds ago. Do you like the arts?
Oh, I am a man of the arts. Though I've never been able to see them myself because I've always got so much work on the table, and at the same time, I'm also so part of a lord of the second hell, so I can't exactly go to the material plane now, can I? But at the same time,
if we survive this, I would be more than happy to put on a show for you for a nominal fee of
excellent.
I don't know. I don't really want anything. I'll do it for free.
Oh, I mean, I am the lord of the second hell. If you try to charge me, no offense, but you'd probably end up dead more than anything else.
What about a crisp high five?
Ah, that is a very fine deal.
Yes, very good.
I would recommend wearing gloves.
I
have very cold hands.
Okay. I'll find.
He flickers his finger on top of your arm, and immediately all of the heat from that entire arm is gone.
Okay, yeah, I'll find some nice triple insulated mitts.
Good idea. I am looking very excited for this play or some kind of art that you're doing for me. But I do recommend that you do get out because at this point I have a lot of work to do and I have my subordinates here. If you don't leave, then they will probably end up being the ones that take your life. But at the same time, as he's pushing you out with the back
sprint
of his
out of
hand.
I just leave. I get out.
Estrin follows behind you. And after making it through it, the portal closes.
I keep running. I don't look back. I'm just gone.
Relic is flying faster than you. What the hell was that?
I also fly. Well, I think that went okay.
I couldn't understand a word of what was going on.
Did you? Really?
He looks at Estrin. Did we talk to Titavillis?
We had a lengthy conversation.
I'm sorry, I must have blanked out the entire conversation. It sounded like gibberish to me.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's an idiot?
Make an insight check. 6. You get the feeling he is definitely an idiot. And at the same time, he seems truthful.
Weird. That's weird.
Estrin lays a hand on your back. Did you gather everything that you need?
Don't touch me. Yet. Yes.
I mean... Alright, then I hope that you'll come with a plan, probably by the next day, or at least within the next 24 hours, because...
yes.
As you can tell, Titavillis is very fast-paced in his jobs.
I'll look at my invisible watch. I will definitely have a plan to you in the next hour.
That's good. Then maybe we can get this going even faster. Titavillis will be overjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And before you ask, yes, he's always been like this.
How do you... I don't want to know. It's better if I don't know. Let me just say that I pity you, but I also value what you do. I suppose. Good job.
Well, thank you. I will be waiting over by the Church of Prejudice. Well, not church, the Court of Prejudice. And when you come up with your idea, I will bring us back to Titavillis once more.
Okay, bye. And I run away.
Okay, you fly, fluttering your wings as fast as you possibly can.
Anna!
What's the plan, Jester?
What? I find a quiet spot and I just sit down and close my eyes and I picture us standing in like my foyer with a fireplace and chairs.
As you sit down, the ground itself is actually fairly warm and almost as like you're sitting on top of coals, but they don't actually burn you. So it's getting hotter and hotter, but it's not actually singeing your skin or anything.
Is the door present?
The door is in fact present inside of your foyer. It is right in front of your desk, opposed the very large mural of yourself in a crown and a luxurious suite.
Yes. I better reinforce that door later. But Anna, please take a seat. We have much to discuss.
Another spectral chair emerges out of the ground, almost Darth Vader style, just steam smearing off of it, and
God,
she
that
sits
never
down.
gets old. How are you doing, friend?
I'm a little perplexed.
Wow, that's a big word. What's it mean?
What's our plan here, Jester?
I was hoping you'd have something. Well,
I have something that's a very, very bad idea.
do we call him here and set a trap?
Well, a trap, yes, that would be the best option. But I know how we could potentially take back the first layer.
That's a
And
big claim.
It involves a creature that we have seen before making it to the city.
I stand up and slam my desk and I point at you. Seriously? Anna, really?
I mean, do you have the firepower to fight off an entire war by yourself?
Do we have the charisma to charm such a thing?
We don't have to charm them or her, but we could give an ultimatum. Either reclaim the first layer in your own home, or have everything that you desire be owned by a completely different individual.
That's... You... That's a good option. We'll table it. We'll table the option.
Yeah, it will definitely table it, as from a corner she places her hand on the wall and it kind of squishes ever so slightly because it's your mind and not an actual real image or visage. But by placing her hand there, she pulls it out and this long bookshelf almost just emerges out. That's only about a 1x1 square, pulls out from the wall. She flicks through a number of pages of different books and pulls out one of them, slides it in front of you, and you can see it is in fact a image of a 5-headed dragon of all different chromatic scaled types.
You know I hate your organizing system, Anna.
It works.
I pull out my box of crayons and I write Tiamat on the page.
You write Tiamat. Improperly, you do an A instead of an I initially. You have to then cross it out and then swap the A and I in the correct places underneath the
better.
Tiamat.
That's option one. We could do that even after all this.
Otherwise, I'm not sure how we're going to protect Titavilis from this man.
Yeah. Who? Are they working together? The Abyss and our good old friend? Do we know?
I don't know.
Well, shit.
All that happened was after he vanished, there were issues outside. I would assume that has some kind of correlation, but in of itself, I'm unsure.
Oh, either way, I think you're right. We will have to talk to our lovely friend. And I look at the page. Tiamat. And she, will probably kill us, but I mean, the first layer. Yay.
I mean, what other option do we have?
Nothing. We have nothing.
We're not going to be able to fight off a war, especially so single-sided. That does come to the issue of how are we going to get to the first layer? Do you want to keep consciousness, or do you want to...
I will attempt.
Okay. Make your d20 roll. I got an 11.
I got an 18.
Alright, so you control for another 5 minutes. Alright.
Yes, that will definitely be done at some point. We should also set a trap for Strahd, just in case, to attempt beforehand, because if it turns out that he is working with the Abyss, what's to stop him from showing up and just, murdering her like he murdered Asmodeus?
I mean, I'm not trying to be disheartening towards Asmodeus, but the goddess of dragons is someone that is still very difficult to handle. I mean,
Yeah, so was the
based off
Lord of the Hells, and he also killed Zariel, potentially, immediately.
maybe this is true. You know, I'm not sure.
This is really bad.
Maybe they're not working together? Let's have hopes of that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I mean, we're going off of speculation, right? And you can see she's kind of sweating down her face.
Would you like a cloth?
She pulls out like a handkerchief out of nowhere, just and wipes her face.
Very nice. Okay, so that is option 1 or 2B. It's potential. It's on the table. It's on the table.
Yeah, well, she slides it over, and as she slides it off the desk, a smaller table kind of emerges underneath and just floats it down to the ground.
Could we bind him here? Keep him trapped? And then try to figure out a way to take his powers away?
Trap him kind of like Asmodeus is?
Yeah.
Or was? That is something. We could do that.
Can magic circles be used in a way to keep people in instead of sending them away? You would know more than me.
Ooh, that is a super good Arcana check. Am I proficient in Arcana? I'm gonna think I am. So that is a 27 for Arcana.
Damn.
I know very little about entrapping circles. I do know about the protection circles, but potentially if you use, say, a reversal teleportation sigil, we could potentially seal, say, his soul in it.
That could be helpful.
Or we could find the simulacrum and destroy that.
Do we know where that is?
I mean, it's either with him in the first layer, or he didn't bring it and somehow found a different way to travel across the blood river.
That is also true. And there is also the potential that, yeah. So if we do go looking for this, it might be too late anyway.
If it's in the first layer, yeah, we would have to do the talk. We would have to do the plan 0 first.
And then if she dies, we're fucked regardless. And if she succeeds, we're still probably fucked regardless.
Yeah, but I mean, one is a god, the other is a goddess.
And together they're both still more powerful than us.
After this, I don't think I want to go any further in the hells.
I would like to go home and get a book.
I agree. I would also like to get a book. A new book. A book that's actually blank, so I can catalog my damn thoughts.
I've had a brilliant idea.
Oh boy.
He is here for the lords, right?
Yes.
We bring them all here.
Didn't we already discuss that with Titavilis?
Yes, but as a trap, not as a council.
Oh.
And then I'm sure they have more magics than we understand. I'm sure they could whip up something.
That is true. That is very true. So, we use the council as the bait to bring Strahd there.
Yes.
Why would he not take up that opportunity to take all of the rest of the layers of hell at once? But how do we trap him? We can set up the trap, sure, but we need an effective trap to be able to actually trap him there. You gonna try to control again?
Oh, yep. Yes, sir.
You have disadvantage.
Ooh, that's not good.
I have an 8.
I also got an 8.
So you keep control, right?
Do I?
I think so.
Okay. We'll rule that way.
I don't
remember. I'll take your word for it.
Like, what are the odds that's gonna happen? That's the question. Like, how often? It's a 5% chance, and you even had a less % chance.
Yeah, I got an 18 and an 8. So.
All right, we are going to establish right now, because I don't remember the other one.
If we roll the same, the person who is in control stays in control.
Yes, I'm gonna mark that in the fucking top of the notes page. I'm gonna put it in the header. On a tie, controller stays in control. There
Beautiful.
we go. Full bold. Bold, size 24. Size 22, because 24 makes it go down another level. Size 18. There we go. Perfect. All right, you have another 5 minutes, good sir.
Oh, this is getting really hard to keep up, Anna. Better be quick.
I mean, I guess I could just talk to you on my end, too.
Yeah, that works too, I suppose. We have, I look at my invisible watch, 5 minutes.
So, plan.
Yes.
Bring him there, with the council.
Yes.
What do we do to trap him? What do we do to stop him from taking all of the lords?
Surely they have magic. They could try to bind him somehow. If they can slow him down enough that we can take that thing from him, we might stand a chance. And if all else fails, we can try the holy hand grenade technique and banish him.
Yeah, I guess if that works, then he'll be banished. But what's stopping him from just showing up again?
Well, I mean, we have time at that point, and then we can go enact Plan 0.
Fair. Going based off of how I'm understanding the banishment spell, they wouldn't be able to return for... doesn't specify.
Okay.
It just says the target doesn't return.
Okay.
So, how long would it take him to get back to a portal to get back here? If he had Asmodeus' power.
Probably not very long.
Huh.
Okay. The third option,
banish the power.
Can we do that?
Well, you can target. You have to target a creature.
What if we take it from him and then banish ourselves?
That could work. That would definitely work. However, at the same time, I don't know how the Lords of the Nine Hells are going to react to that.
No, that's true. What if, and hear me out, this is crazy, we get the Lords of the Nine Hells to work with Tiamat to kill him?
We would have to somehow get them over their differences, but it's possible.
And then fight through the Blood War?
Fight through the Blood War. Find the simulacrum. And that would be
if it's even here.
If it's here, that's the important question. Maybe we can talk to them. Maybe they can find out if it's here.
Maybe. Be worth a shot.
And if it's not, then... honestly, I guess our best bet would try to find the simulacrum in general. If they can somehow locate it, then that might be our best option, because I don't see how else we're going to be able to really trap him. We could try taking the object, like you said, but what if that doesn't work?
What if it's not here, though? What if we're just wasting time?
I'll follow your idea. So, if we bring him here, maybe we can... Okay, so if we talk to the Nine Hells, or the Lords of the Nine Hells, and they do come to an agreement to have Tiamat side with them through some kind of arrangement on their part, what do we do with that army?
Come again. thought about a unicorn.
What do we do with an army?
We take back their land and leave, I guess. I don't really have the urge to lead anybody.
Well, right, but we need some way to stop Strahd. Is an army going to do that?
Well, it might be our only shot. Each lord he gets rid of seems to increase his power.
That is true. So the longer we wait, the worse off it'll be.
Even now, I don't know if we can stop him.
Well, that's worth a shot, isn't it?
I guess so. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna try to maintain hold.
I don't think that you can. I think after the second one, it's an automatic shift.
Is it? I thought it was 3. You have advantage on the 3rd.
I'm pretty sure we said no to that, but we can do that anyways. Why not?
'Tis your call.
I mean, in reality, it's just an extra roll, so not a big deal.
Okay, fine.
We can do that.
Well, I mean, chances are you're gonna beat me.
I mean, that one's a 14, so.
Oh yeah, that's better than my 2.
Okay, yes. Oh boy. All right. Anna's not looking forward to having to switch jobs with giving the plan to Devilus.
So Jester is about to tell you something important, and suddenly, you take a deep inhale, and you find yourself sitting against the building that you first found yourself in on the 2nd layer.
Oh good, I'm back here again. Oh man. Oh boy. Whew. So, Jester, I'm guessing we have our plan then.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'll get back to you. And he waves goodbye.
You rat bastard.
He walks back up and he polishes the dividing glass between you. I'm getting a phone call! And he holds up his hand like a phone.
Well, then I might as well go and inform.
He throws a corded phone at the window.
I'm getting to it.
Phone call! So you make your way to the courthouse of... I don't remember the name.
Prejudice.
Yes. Terrible name. I love it.
It's a terrible place.
You approach, and you see a bone devil standing there. He's wearing a nice hat. Good day to you, ma'am.
Good day.
He looks around. Can I help you?
I'm looking for Estrin. I'm supposed to be being brought to a very important figure.
Ah, yes, you're looking for me. And Estrin walks up behind you. I was looking for you.
Well, I'm glad I found you. We have come up with our plan.
Plan?
Mm-hmm.
You seem sure of this plan.
Oh, quite sure. Yep, I'm gonna be honest, it's not a pleasurable one, but it's going to have to do, the job.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
She frowns and looks at the ground and slowly nods. I figured it would be something unsavory. But a plan is still better than no plan. She waves her hand and the circle appears on the wall again, and you step inside.
Let me grab Relic as well.
Ah, okay, yes, of course. She waves her hand again and the hole closes.
Okay. Do I see Relic anywhere?
He is pacing very quickly out front of the portal building.
Relic, we're gonna be going over now.
I threw up 4 times.
I was close.
Well, this is it. If you do
Oh, yeah.
this, I will respect you marginally more.
I will take that. Marginally better than not at all.
He smiles, all fangs. Very good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yes.
I will follow your lead.
Mhm. Okay. I will step into the portal.
Okay, she opens it up again. You step in. Titavillis is there, standing like maybe 2 feet away from the entrance.
Oh.
I was awaiting your return. Hello.
Hello.
Your
It's me,
plan.
the other one. The
Oh,
plan
yes. Hello.
is to have the council.
Come again. That's your plan.
The plan is to have the council to discuss teaming, or rather, having an ultimatum with the deity Tiamat from the first layer to reclaim the first layer. It is under my understanding that there is a potential that the single thing that can kill this man Strahd is in the first layer, his simulacrum.
That. He stops. Completely just stands still. You do know what you're asking us to do, right?
Yes, I do. Releasing Tiamat is a very dangerous thing. However, if you can maybe potentially create an ultimatum with her, we can at least prevent further tragedy.
You know, there's a reason why she's across the river and we don't deal with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she's a crazy, evil, psycho dragon queen.
And this man is a crazy, evil, psycho vampire man.
Yes.
Two sides of the same coin.
Not quite. Not quite the same thing. So, your plan is to broker a truce between us and Tiamat to reclaim the first, to find a simulacrum, a
Phylactery, yes, sorry, not simulacrum.
that may or may not be there.
We could, in the council, because the Strahd is after all of you and the 9 layers lords, so having the council is going to most likely bring him there. However, at the time, we couldn't devise of a proper way to seal, take the power away, trap, banish. We couldn't think of a solid, for sure strategy to preventing him from just taking all of you.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, well, that was a 7. Okay, that one's a 7. Persuasion, probably never good. I think it's a 10.
10.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 10.
This is by far the worst. And then he gets cut off by Estrin. Sir, I hate to tell you this because you know far more than I do about the layer politics, but do we really have another choice? And he stops. No, you're right. Of course.
We could do research. We could have maybe one of the lords, or maybe yourself, can see into the first layer to possibly find the phylactery.
The only one who could do that is the Lord of the Seventh.
Great. Then if we talk to the Lord of the Seventh, explain the circumstance, then we can decide whether or not we can get definitive proof on whether or not the phylactery is there, and if it is, then this plan actually has merit. If it doesn't, well, then we were screwed to begin with.
Yes, let me just call him up on my hell hotline.
Well, fair, but what if I traveled with you to the 7th layer to talk and explain the circumstance?
God, that is extremely foolish. I will do no such thing. I will stay here in my building surrounded by my army.
That is fair. That is actually smart.
The best bet, I suppose, would be to call this council. It would be the fastest.
It would be. We would just need some way to prevent Strahd from just emerging and killing off one of us.
We have, between us, enough to probably prevent him from getting in. I myself can maintain fairly decent wards upon the lair to prevent most from getting in.
Then
Together
that's
we
good.
should be fine.
When do you think the council can be held?
He runs back to his desk and then back to you in like half a second. Judging by my schedule, like 10 minutes maybe at most.
Oh.
Well, we don't have time to waste.
No, this is true. Going into this, we don't have a lot of spell slots.
No.
Oh, this is bad. Well, we actually have plenty of spell slots.
You look
Excellent.
extremely injured. Let me just do this. And he holds a finger up to you. And you
I've seen this
feel
before.
time speed up. And in like a brief moment, you feel completely refreshed with everything returned to you. You complete a full rest in a long rest rather, in like half a second.
Oh my god, that energy threw me off. Did I just lose 8 hours of my life?
Yes,
Worth it.
definitely.
I just need a moment.
Would you like some water?
I have some. I don't want to. I'm gonna have some water from the bag of holding. Just gonna pour it out like a fucking Gatorade bottle.
You drink a lot of water and get a lot all over your clothes and the floor.
All right. I think I'm ready for this. So cancel.
Okay, good. Yes, Estrin, please rally the army and awaken. And you can see the shadows fall over his face. The hollow men. And she nods, very concerned, and she leaves.
I'm gonna look at Relic. Hollow men.
He looks very concerned and confused. And shrugs.
What they are?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's not good. I see.
Why are you whispering?
I am doing everything I can to clench every muscle.
If you want to know what the hollow men are, just ask.
You know, I guess we're not here to die, right?
No, you'd be dead already.
That is.
In fact, we never would have met.
point.
You never would have made it past the threshold.
Fair point.
Yes,
Titavilis is what exactly are the Hollow Knights?
these hollow men are an army of imprisoned souls from soldiers and mercenaries gathered over the millennia, and they are suits of armor with a soul in them that are called the Hollow Men, and they are very, very
Hollow.
powerful, and they are like a never stopping, never sleeping army.
Oh.
Yes, there's a lot of them.
Well, that sounds very good to have, especially for, a blood war, a never-ending war.
They don't see general combat very much because they belong to us. So, yes.
All right. Anything I should prepare for?
Any other questions?
Titavilis?
Hello?
Relic, I seem to have perplexed Titavilis by giving him a compliment.
Hello? Hi.
Hello?
Hello. I had a brief respite. Very quick now. Now, where did we leave off?
I said that's a very good thing to have in the Blood War, a never-ending war.
Well, yes, they belong to us, though, so they never see combat.
Oh, I see.
Yes, everybody who comes down here for trial usually ends up in a hollow man. Yes.
Do you have to say hollow man every single time that you say that?
Yes, we have to say it like hollow man, for the sake of convenience. It'll make sense later.
So these hollow mans are just imprisoned souls?
Pretty much, yes.
Hmm.
Would you like to see one?
I thought you said if I would want to be one. No,
Oh,
I'm okay
we could do
with
that too.
No, I'm okay, actually. It was
You
a
can
lot
see he's
just
reaching
getting these
slowly
wings.
towards your chest.
I'm gonna back away just a little bit. No, that's okay.
That's okay. Maybe later.
We'll discuss after we prevent, the first layer from, hell.
Yes, I have already put out the call. The lords shall be gathered momentarily. If you have any things you wish to do in the 3-ish minutes before they get here, please consider this your time.
Oh, good. Yeah, great. I'm glad I have the time.
Yes, me too.
I'm just gonna hold my breath.
For 3 minutes. Can we even do that with our poor constitution?
We cannot.
We collapse and pass
Just
out.
die there on the ground. No. Okay. Jester, get off your phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you for this.
I have important information.
What important information is this?
I got a phone call from and he gets cut off. Okay, yes, here we go. It is time for the meeting. He claps his hands, and around the outside of the room, a bunch of very bright lights ignite, casting shadows into the center of the room.
Bastard.
And in bursts of hellfire, the other 8 lords, because I'm pretty sure Asmodeus rules the 9th? Are there 7 lords? Because yes. The other 6 lords, because one's dead. It's too late to do math. There's 9, Asmodeus is dead, and Zariel is missing, so that's 6.
Is Asmodeus an actual ruler, though, or I thought he was just the Lord of the 9 Hells?
I thought he controlled the 9th. I might be wrong.
Did he? I have Asmodeus. I have the book right in front of me. I'll just take a look quick. I thought it was an actual genuine thing, not him.
It might be. I might be mistaken. It's entirely possible.
Nope, you're right. He does rule the 9th layer.
Then 5 other people show up. No. Fuck. 6.
6. We're almost done. We only got 40 minutes left.
Oh god. Oh god.
This. You got this.
Do I dare list them?
No, don't even worry about it.
Okay. So the other lords show up in all their foul glory.
I don't think Anna would know who they genuinely are anyways.
I know one of the layers is ruled by 2 people. So they show up together. I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Belial and Fierna.
Yes, those 2. They're there. Some others you don't recognize.
7 people show up.
You listen here, you little shit. Yes, they're all here. And they all stand in a circle around you and Relic, who find yourself suddenly, without moving, in the center of the room.
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, that's not good.
One of the lords turns, and you can see fire pouring from his face. What are we doing here? Yes, well, these two have informed me of a great plan to capture our enemy, who you do not know about, who has killed, Asmodeus. You hear murmuring amongst the lords. And
It's true.
And Zariel, and there's more murmuring and a few laughs. You get the feeling that Zariel is not well liked amongst the other layers. Yes. Yes. Everything has gone to shit, and they have a plan to maybe kill this threat, or at least immobilize it long enough for us to come up with a plan. Oh yes, and the first layer has fallen. And you can see some of them are very distraught by this news, and some don't care.
This is very serious, and to prove that I am involved and that I was in contact with Asmodeus beforehand, I'm going to draw out the dagger that Asmodeus gave us, and I'm going to stab it into the ground as hard as I can.
Okay, you slam it into the ground. It sinks up to the hilt with minimal effort.
Asmodeus gave this to me as a result of our agreement, and before the agreement was up, he was slain. We need to prevent further lords from being taken. His plan, this man, Strahd von Zarovich, a vampire lord from the Shadowfell, is attempting to break the foundation of the Nine Hells and release the plains.
In the back of your mind, you hear, Anna, we have to talk. And he gets cut off by the big, fiery-faced man.
What did he say?
We have to talk. Anna, we need to talk. Yes, well, that's all very good. But what is your plan? You have just told us of the threat, and what needs to be done, not how we're supposed to do it.
I need to build a foundation before giving such a ludicrous plan.
It's already ludicrous to call this council on such short notice.
We need to reclaim the first layer of hell, but before we do that, we need to know if the single thing that can kill Strahd is in that plane. Lord of the Seventh. Do I know their name?
You can find them in the book.
Well, yeah,
sure.
but does Anna know?
Sure, why not? I'm sure
Okay.
You've heard it muttered once or twice.
Beelzebul.
What page is this?
Page 9.
Actually?
Yeah, it's like the first few pages.
Oh, I see. They're at the bottom in the box.
Yeah, it's right there in all its glory. You were expecting like a page 147 or something.
I was expecting an actual stat sheet. Never. That's fine. That's fine. You see an ice devil looking, not man, a thing steps forward. He is covered in these long barbs, has a very long swishing tail covered in these barbs, with like a large club at the end, also covered in barbs. Yes, I am indeed the Lord of the Seventh.
Would you be able to possibly locate in the first layer a device known as a phylactery?
I know what a phylactery is. Whose? There might be multiple.
For the man Strahd von Zarovich.
I am unfamiliar with this man, but I can definitely try. I am a lord after all.
Do we have anything of Strahd's potential?
What was that?
Let me double check.
Oh no, not again.
I mean, the best we got is the Bell of Corporealism. And the toy ship. Have
Hello.
that.
Hello?
Oh, are you gone again?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're gone again. I guess they didn't like my toy ship comment. Let's redact that.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Did you hear anything?
No.
Good.
You said you were talking about something that you might know, and then you cut out.
Oh, I was wondering if we had an object of
Strahd's?
Yeah, and I was just like, I mean, we have the Bell of Corporealism and the toy ship.
Did that belong to him?
That's about all we've got from the Shadowfell.
Hello? Shit.
Are you gone again? What is going on? No.
Oh. Hello?
I'm just gonna roll.
Hello?
There we go. Oh, I got a Geodude, sweet.
I, the Lord of the Seventh, grow impatient. Bell of Corporealism has very little to do with Strahd, except that it was on the same plane as him.
Oh yeah, no. Bell of Corporealism and the ship toy both were just in the plane. I didn't think of them as legitimate sources from him.
Well, he still rolls an impressive bonus, so I will see what he knows.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, there are no phylacteries on the first.
Are you able to find where his phylactery is?
I would have to individually search the planes, and in order for me to do that, I would have to go there, and due to the binding laws of the Hells, I cannot leave.
You cut out. Alright, I'm gonna leave Discord.
Again, seriously?
Hello?
This is
You
atrocious.
are silent.
Why?
Let's switch to Google this time.
Okay. From the top. It is not in the first layer or any of the other layers. And in order for him to search for it elsewhere, he would have to travel to that plane, but he cannot do that because of the binding nature of the Hells.
Well, alright. Then our alternative is to somehow try to render the power from him. The 7 of you, 8 of you, might be able to just either render him immobilized or trap him, because this very room is enough to distract him and have him trying to get into here.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh, good old fucking, just a good old +4 to this. That's a 7. 7.
Suddenly, everybody in the room freezes up.
Oh no.
You can see your shadow on the ground begin to move like the surface of water. Rising out from your shadow is none other than Strahd von Zarovich. Oh, hello, my friend. It's been a while.
It's been less than 12 hours.
He walks up to you, gently strokes the side of your cheek. You have done very well. You've assembled everybody before me. He starts walking towards Tidavillis.
able to try to break out of
Make
being...
another charisma saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 1923?
23. You manage to shake the paralyzing effect that is controlling your mind. He is not aware at the moment. Is there anything you would like to try and do?
I want
Depending on what you try to do, I will have to make you roll something else.
Okay. What I'm going to try to do is... Oh, that's totally not going to work. I'm going to try to... Do I get the impression that... Does he have the orb with him?
Yes, it is in his hand.
It's in his hand?
Yep.
Okay. Oh god, this is dumb. This is a super dumb idea. But it might just work. It might just work. I'm gonna try to cast... Oh god. I'm going to try to cast Guiding Bolt at the orb.
At the orb. Okay. First roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Can I also? I'm before I do anything, before I roll or anything, I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Okay.
I don't know, just to see if maybe it needs more damage.
Okay.
And what was this again? Sorry.
Sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. Oh well, that's not very good. That would in fact be 5.
5. Okay. Roll to roll a hit. Roll your attack.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That is good. I don't know what this is gonna do. It is intelligence, proficiency. Okay, so that is 18 plus, I think it's 7? I always have to do my math separately from normally because I have to add 2 to this.
Yeah. That's fine.
25.
25 will definitely hit. Roll damage.
Alright. Oh wait, nope, sorry, 24.
Either way, it'll still hit.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And I'm rolling damage, I'm not rolling fucking another d20. That was a 19 though, that was good. Alright, so 5d6s. 3, 5, 10, 15, 17 points of radiant damage.
17 points of radiant damage. As your bolt flies out towards him, towards the orb, more specifically, it phases through it, and you can see that his form ripples like water, similar to Jester's mirror image. Out from behind you, he steps around your side. Roll another charisma saving throw.
Okay. That one wasn't as good. Still not terrible because of our +4. That is an 18.
You freeze up again.
Ah, damn.
You
So it's-
are quite the thorn in my side. Try anything else and I will kill you. How did you like my new trick? I picked it up from your friend.
Jester.
I didn't do anything. And it wasn't
Okay.
him that phoned either.
It wasn't him that phoned either. Okay, now question. Question for you.
Okay.
Is being paralyzed enough to stop me from using, like, my channel divinity to read his thoughts?
No. Just your bodily function is frozen. Your mind is still perfectly fine.
Okay, I want to try to read his thoughts.
Strahds or jesters?
Strahds.
Okay.
With him here, if I can somehow get where his phylactery is, then that will save so much time. He has to make a what kind of saving throw is it? It is a read thoughts. He has to make a where is it? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh my. Letting that sit as it is. Not gonna touch that at all. What is your save DC?
Believe it's 10 plus your modifier, right? Basically, or is it 8 plus proficiency plus it's 8 plus proficiency plus modifier.
Yep.
So it is a 14.
I'm asking rhetorically because that's a natural 1. You see in his mind an image of his phylactery sitting on a table. His phylactery appears to be that weird trident thing that we saw in the Shadowfell originally, before we left.
Mm-hmm.
It is sitting on a side table next to a throne, in front of a large stained glass window. Your vision jumps, and you see a castle on a hill.
Do I recognize the layout around it as like the Shadowfell?
Yes. Make a history check with advantage.
Okay, this is my strong suit. Oh, that one's... I forgot that I have a +9, so that was an 11. I thought it was only a +7, but because of increasing my modifier. Or because of the proficiency. Okay, so that one was a 14, +9, 23.
You know that this is definitely Castle Ravenloft.
Castle Ravenloft.
His home.
Oh. Okay. I have that. I've got it in my brain. I know it's in Shadowfell. Castle Ravenloft. Side table, next to the throne. Trident. Now, the alternate effect of this, before he's able to do something, I want to use... I'm going to break the effect by using its alternate effect, and he automatically fails on a suggestion spell save.
Interesting. Okay.
So I want to suggest to him... Oh, what do I want to say? Oh, man. Bring the phylactery to me and then return home.
Ooh. He can't do anything about it. He actually has to just leave. He turns to you and smiles, baring his fangs. Of course. And he snaps his fingers and disappears, and everybody automatically passes their charisma saving throws.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know how much time it's gonna take him to do that, but the moment he brings it back, and when he leaves, we need to destroy what he brings.
The lords are furious, and they're up in arms. We will not be made fools of again.
Then kill him by destroying this thing that he brings.
They all ready weapons of varying sizes. The man with a fiery face pulls out like a giant great mace that's probably about 5 times your size.
I don't.
He isn't gonna leave this room.
But if you try to kill him in his form, he's not going to die. He's a vampire lord. He will just turn into mist, and he'll reform somewhere else. It's not going to do any good, and I know I want to destroy him as much, if not probably less than all of you. But we need, if we want to reclaim the first layer, we need to kill Strahd. We need to kill him, not just destroy his body. Take out all the aggression you want on this phylactery that he brings, and that will transfer everything to him. He'll feel every blow, every bit of pain. But if you go to attack him, he might break free of my effect on him.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, then add plus 10 to that.
Oh, geez. Okay. So plus 13 in total. Or, yeah, plus 13 in total. That's an 11. So 24.
All the lords nod to you. Fine, we will do as you wish. We will end this usurper before he goes any farther. You wait for what seems like an eternity.
Yeah,
and eventually,
my heartbeat is just pounding.
Strahd reappears in the center of the room, holding this trident, this black gnarled trident. And he holds his hands out to you. Here you are, man.
I am going to take it and immediately hurl it towards the...
Roll initiative first.
Oh god! Oh god! Okay, no question. Does Jester have advantage or anything on initiative?
Nope.
Okay, then it's still my initiative roll. I just wanted to know because I would have asked for the assistance. Oh, that's good though. 21?
It does not beat his 23.
Fuck! I wouldn't have beat him with anything. Even a natural 20 would have only put me at 22. That was toast anyways.
Believe it or not, he goes first.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just holding it in my hands in front of him.
You wretch, you miserable whelp. He lunges at you, with... What would he do? No, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Oh no, he's not gonna do it.
He heads up to you.
Mm-mm.
Grabs you. Attempts to grab you, actually.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, so he grabs me. Grabs me real good.
You're very grabbed.
Oh, that would have been smart to do. Oh wait, we don't have any more vials of holy water, so never mind.
Okay. Yes. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Lucky D20, you've been doing so well. You've been doing so well. I know the 19 was disappointing, but you've been doing so well. Wisdom saving throw, right? So that is,
yep.
That is plus 5, I believe. Yes, because of our ring of protection. Okay, that is less than 18, so it doesn't matter. I rolled
18.
less than, yeah. Wait. Oh no, but that was with my charisma saving throw. No, that's still not enough. That's only it's only 15.
You teleport. You find yourself outside in a land that's very similar to the first layer, though you immediately know it's not because the sky isn't raining fire. Standing on a cliff overlooking a deep canyon. You recognize this canyon from the visions you had before from Asmodeus. You were standing at the precipice, looking down into the pit. A few moments later, Strahd appears on the other side of you, So you are with your back towards the cliff, facing Strahd, who is looking at you.
And I get some.
Your turn. He's holding the trident in his hand.
I thought I had it.
Yes, you still have it. Technically, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So okay.
You have it
freaked out
facing
there.
him.
I'm standing at the pit?
Right at the cliff, to a black, bottomless, as far as you can tell, void.
Oh, I don't want this thing to go in there. That would be bad. That'd be real bad. It'd be endless. It would never be found again. And then Strahd would rule the fucking world. Okay. Just a quick question. Do I know how to break a phylactery?
Powerful magics. Specifically, I do not know, but I know very powerful magic can.
Fuck. I need to think of something. I need to do something. I am nowhere that I want to be right now. Do I have an understanding, like a fair understanding, that throwing this into the pit would do nothing except make it horrible for the rest of us?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to place a hand on my chest and say, bye, and I'm going to cast Banishment.
Oh my. Okay. We appear. Does it specify where it is back to our plane?
It says, you tend to send one creature that you can see within range, or the target. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish target to another demi-plane. They're incapacitated. The target is native to a different plane of existence than you're on, is banished, returning to its home plane.
Alright, I guess I will just choose where we are.
I mean, wouldn't...
we're back on our home plane, but our specific location is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not like gonna send us to the Feywild or something.
No, I'm pretty sure we would show up in like the Shadowfell.
Oh, you're right, because we're... Oh.
Yeah.
We find ourselves...
Yeah, that's shooting myself in the foot, but it's as good as I got. Can I try to like pinpoint where I'll banish myself?
Make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Okay, because I'm gonna try to send myself to the church where I know Chalet was, that image of Chalet. I'm trying to banish myself there.
Okay.
Where we actually had our actual physical confrontation with Strahd.
Okay. Make an
Arcana check
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, okay. Oh, but why? Oh, that was a 19.
19.
But disadvantage. Okay, that one's a little bit less. Plus 9. 15?
15 is not quite enough.
Damn it.
You focus. You're like, yes, to the church. I'm gonna go to the church. I'm gonna come up with a plan there. And at the last second, an image of Ravenloft Castle and his throne room pops into your mind. And you find yourself standing 10 feet away from the dais that holds his throne in Ravenloft.
Oh, this is not good.
The room you're in is made of black, jagged stone. There is tatters of red cloth hanging from the walls, like a tapestry, maybe. You can't quite tell.
Okay.
His throne looks immaculate, and there is a goblet with dried blood sitting in it next to his throne.
Ugh, delicious. Okay, well, I've got about a minute. So, I'm gonna try... Do I know what kind of magic is used to make a phylactery? Do I think I can, like, dispel it, or would it be like a curse and I can remove that? Because I have both.
make a intelligence check. Just a straight roll.
Okay, +3. 21.
21. You know, the ritual involved is quite taxing. There is no easy way to break the enchantments that are placed upon it. It can be done, but you would have to take time to do so. More than a minute.
Fuck.
Anna.
Okay.
Anna.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have something important to tell you.
Oh, yeah, right. You were trying to say something. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was rudely interrupted by myself several times. Oh, yes. I got a phone call from Asmodeus.
What? He's dead.
He's very dead. We have to go back.
Oh, okay. For what?
He told me about something that could break this immediately.
Is it his dagger?
Some sort of magic rod. The dagger is involved, but it can't be. We have to be in the hells.
Okay, I'm gonna give it maybe another 16 seconds. I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna break concentration on banishment. And since it hasn't been a minute, it should send us back.
Okay. Do we go back to where you cast it from?
I believe so. The spell ends before 1 minute has passed. Target reappears in the space it left.
As you're just about to break concentration, you hear the doors to the throne room burst open, and a very angry Strahd marching towards you. And then, back to the hells.
Fucking playing keep away with his fucking phylactery.
Oh, you find yourself standing back on the precipice.
Oh god, I don't know where to go. I'm gonna just start running away from the precipice.
Start running away, straight away. Anna.
I'm gonna fly. I can fucking fly. I can
Anna,
fly
the
away.
dagger. Anna.
I've got the dagger. I don't know what you want me to do with it.
Anna, listen to me very carefully.
Yes.
We need to stab ourselves.
Of course we do, because why would Asmodeus give us something that doesn't hurt others but hurts ourselves?
Oh, I don't know.
Fair enough. Whatever. It's Asmodeus. He's crazy. He called you. He's dead. I don't even want to know. I've got the trident. This is a monumentous occasion, and I was not thinking it was gonna go this way. I'm gonna take the dagger out. I'm gonna stab myself in my leg.
Okay. As you stab yourself in the leg, make a intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. Ooh, that was a good one. That was even better. 22.
22. You can feel it drawing your blood. Not enough to hurt you, but it's pulling it in. And it begins to vibrate. Violently.
Oh boy.
He didn't explain what to do after this.
Mm-hmm. It's vibrating in my leg, or is it still, or just it's vibrating in my leg?
Yep. I make a call, Anna.
I'm gonna take it out.
Okay. As you do, it begins to vibrate more, and then suddenly it stops.
And then suddenly it stops.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it back in.
As you're about to put it back in, its surface takes on a black metallic sheen, and the crossguard, the hilt, begins to pull in, and the blade begins to widen and lose its edge, and then begins to expand lengthwise.
Oh god.
The dagger eventually turns into a 7-foot-long black iron staff. Engraved with flowing. Yes, 7-foot-long staff. engraved with flowing infernal script that seems to slowly move across its surface.
Okay.
I am
Just.
putting... Give me a second.
Okay.
I am sharing something with you. No, how do I do this? How do I...
Okay, so what you want to do is you click the share button.
Mhm.
Make sure you set it to anyone with the link can edit, and then hit copy link, and you can send that to me. Once I click it, then I'll have access to it, basically. Is it a Google Doc?
It is.
Yeah, when
I
you're
don't
in the
want
Google.
anyone on the internet to look at this, so I will just link to you.
Okay.
And then this. God, this is annoying. I don't use this nearly enough to understand what I'm doing.
I was using it a lot for Through the Veil, so.
It should be shared with you.
Okay. I will go to my Google Doc. My Google Drive. Shared with me. I am seeing nothing. Is it in the file dump? No.
I could move it there, I suppose. Technically, yes.
Yeah, you could do that.
Probably easiest.
Probably, because it'll automatically go to me then. Oh my god. We've got the phylactery and the thing to break it right in front of us. This is a moment that we have been waiting for a number of years. Except it hasn't been years, it's been weeks!
It's been years for Jester.
It has been like a century for Jester. It has been weeks for Anna. That's about it. In reality, we have done about a month in game.
Yeah, it's
Right?
been about that.
It's been about that. Maybe even less. Because the first night, we fucking left the material plane. We've been in hell for a week. We were in the Shadowfell for like a week and a half. It's been 2 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks in the game. Put that into perspective.
This is driving me insane. I cannot get this to send.
Do you want to just take a picture of that and send it to Discord?
It all fits just barely on my phone. Okay, good. One screenshot is all it takes. I will figure this out later.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a big thing. This is a big thing. Oh, it's a legendary thing too. Okay.
Yes, it is very, very good.
The Black Rod of Hell's Dominion. Okay. Do you want me to read this out loud? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh. Ooh, okay. So funny enough, did you know that like save DCs are actually determined based off of their rarity?
I did not.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either until someone brought it up to me. If you read the player's handbook, or rather the GMG for all their magical items, there's a common occurrence. Common items have a DC of 11, uncommon are 13, rare is 15, very rare is 17, and legendary is 18. Artifacts can vary.
Okay. I see.
I did not know that until
Me
I was
either.
reading up on it. I know. I mean, in reality, it doesn't necessarily matter. We have tons of items that don't fit that gauge
Yeah.
anyways, but I didn't know about that. Fun fact for the day for everyone that's listening.
That is a very good, very fun fact. Fun, yes.
Yes. Ooh,
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh my god. This is very good.
Very, very good. This is, yes.
What is that bottom one? Is that dense macrochet?
Dance
What?
macabre.
Oh my god! Look from my screen, it looks like dense macrochet.
We're gonna take up arts now, are we?
That's what I thought. It was really funny. We'll talk about this later too. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Because I do see a discrepancy.
Oh no.
Something that's just kind of funny.
I made this when I was half asleep a couple days ago, so...
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure you don't use an action to cast Counterspell.
No, you're right. I have been foolish.
That is okay, because the rest of those definitely are actions.
Yes, indeed. Okay,
Okay.
back in the action.
Okay.
You find yourself holding this rod, and you can hear Asmodeus on the fringes of your mind, whispering to you. Nothing clear and precise, but his presence is around you. A few moments later, in a burst of hellfire, Strahd appears in front of you yet again.
I'm going to... So, when it says able to... By holding a council with the Lords of the Nine Hells, is
You
it
can change.
instantaneous?
No.
It is not. Okay.
I didn't explain that very well. So you can hold a council like you did before Strahd showed up, and while everybody is gathered, you can change the laws of the Hells.
Okay. I'm going to, when he emerges, just turn to... Well, I guess he's in front of me now.
Yes.
I don't know what this spell does. I need to get my book out because I have no
What
idea
spell?
what planar binding.
I do believe it binds him to the plane.
Thank you.
I'm glad I could be of
type it.
assistance.
I will send it into Google.
With the spell, you attempt to bind a celestial elemental, a fae, or a fiend to your service.
Okay, well that's not useful. Because currently he is none of those things. I mean, he's a god. I don't know if that's going to count as a fiend.
No.
Okay. Asmodeus, what do I need to do? I have this. Do I puncture the phylactery with this?
There is no response, but in the back of your mind, your gesture.
Hit it.
Do it.
Damn it. Fucking Palpatine in the back of my brain. I'm going to look at Strahd. This is an end to our arrangement. And I'm going to throw the phylactery into the air and stab into it with the 7-foot-long iron staff.
As you hit it, and it begins to fracture, Strahd lunges at you. And as the phylactery splits apart, turning into dust, as he is just about to wrap his hands around your throat and crush your windpipe, he also turns to dust. And dissipates in the wind.
Before I do anything, I'm going to, through the staff, cast Plane Shift
Okay.
Am I able to plane shift from a layer of hell into a different layer of hell?
I don't see why not.
Okay, I'm going to envision that room that we held the council in,
Okay.
and I'm going to emerge.
In a burst of hellfire, you emerge in the center of the room between all of the lords of hell.
The planes are safe.
You killed him.
I did. I mean, I broke the phylactery, and Asmodeus, more or less, did everything still. I was given this.
You hear whispering amongst them, the staff. They have the staff.
Oh, God. In hindsight,
They all
probably.
walk in close to you. And kneel.
Stand up, please. Because I do not want to be the leader of this.
They stand, look at you, concerned and confused.
Me and my partner in all of this came to this plane because we ran. We ran from this man that caused everything, only for us to find out that we were created because of him. We have not had a life before creation, and before even our conjoined body. I'm gonna try to maintain concentration.
Yep.
That is a 13.
That is a 6.
Okay. 5 more minutes. I met dear friends here. I've learned a lot. Be that as it may, it's the 9 hells, and I was not expecting good things. And I was correct for the most part. But as a result of our actions, we had brought Strahd here. And we had slain him. The very thing that frightened us, we destroyed. So, from what I gather, we have no need to stay here. I don't know about my partner, but I want to live a somewhat normaler life.
As you're saying this, you suddenly lose control of your mouth for a few seconds and you hear, "Yep, I don't want to be here either."
I'm gonna be like welting in so much emotion. We have accomplished what we set out to do. But being witness to what has happened, I think that there needs to be some amount of change.
In what respect, Your Majesty?
Do I get the feeling that Zariel is still gone? Here, I got an idea. I'll use the scrying spell to try to determine if Zariel does in fact exist.
Okay. As you cast scrying, you see her imprisoned somewhere in shackles. She is very much alive, just not available.
Zariel still lives. She's somewhere within this plane. And Asmodeus is still gone. So there will need to be a new ruler for the 9th layer. I think the most appropriate course of action would be to move everyone one layer beyond. And then have a new replacement take Zeryl's position as she becomes the new Lord of the 2nd.
Titavilus is scowling, but he doesn't say anything to you.
If you need to speak, then speak.
Well, she's not known for her, law skills. She is very much more, better at warfare, which is why, Asmodeus had her on the 1st.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna, get super, childish, I guess, and giddy. I didn't realize, I'm sorry. Then who wants to take over for the 9th layer?
No one volunteers.
Well, then I'll appoint someone to the 9th layer then. Is Relic in the room? Yeah, because he came with
him,
me.
I guess.
Didn't he come with me?
Sure, he's in the room. Why
Okay.
not? For the sake of brevity, yes.
Because I'm pretty sure before we actually went into the portal, I was like, let me grab Relic.
He is definitely in the room, watching, flabbergasted as his one-time servant is now the Lord of the Hells.
Yeah, this super tiny tiefling woman with Din Anna's shape and figure fucking holding on. Relic, do you think that that's something that you would want?
If you insist, I will.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna clasp it down and appoint him as the ruler of the 9th layer of hell.
As you hand the title of the 9th layer to him, the staff disintegrates and reforms in his hand, except it's, for him, his size, so it's I don't know, the size of a large tree.
Oh, I didn't realize I was the ruler of the 9th layer when I had this rod.
Oh yes, you were the Lord of the Hells.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
Oops.
didn't do a very good job explaining. It is in the name, though.
I mean, Blade Rod of Hell's Dominion. I thought it went over the 9th layers. I thought it was like overruling ruler.
No.
Okay. Well.
No. The answer is
Oops. No. Oops. Hopefully he doesn't decide to kill us. Because that would be very bad.
You fool, you fell for my trap all along. Strahd was my puppet, not prepared to be killed.
Well, the timer is up. I think I'm still going to try to retain concentration, though.
Go for it.
So, disadvantage on my part. That's a natural one.
Oh, I got a 12, so.
Okay. Alright.
Well.
Alright. Well.
That was
as
not
far as...
at all how I expected any of this to go.
Neither was I. I was expecting everything to end horribly.
It almost did.
Yeah. I was just like, I mean, reading thoughts is my best fucking option right now. It's like, what are the odds that he's, gonna roll less than a 5? 20%. That are the odds. 25% about. That's a pretty good odds.
That nat one, my god.
That changed the fate of the world. Oh, thinking back on it, how do people not play knowledge clerics more?
I don't have an answer for you.
having the option to be like, you know what, you fail a suggestion spell. Just to be like, you fail. Is super good. That's unbelievable. Unless they're not charmable, that is super useful. I mean, it's surface thoughts, so you're not going to, like, delve into their life, but I'm pretty sure Strahd's phylactery was on the point of his mind at every waking moment.
Oh, yes. As most are. That is, if that goes, he dies. So, yes. I was floored. That was amazing.
I had no other idea of what to do. I was like, I could banish him. I could do that. He's just going to fucking show up again. Give him a few minutes. That's about it. Like, I had nothing.
Well done, sir. By the skin of your teeth, you have managed to avert catastrophe.
I mean, it was Jester's plan to get everyone together, and it worked.
Oh,
it worked.
My plan was just for me to fuck you over and kill the lords. That was...
Oh, you little bastard. I mean, I had 2 tries at it. Technically. So the odds were kind of in my favor. It was a 50-50 shot that one of the 2 was going to work.
Oh, I think this is also a very good milestone for a level.
Killing Strahd as Modastrahd? Yeah.
As Modastrahd?
As Modastrahd. Strahd-Mosius?
That's even worse. I prefer the first.
I used that the first time he said that. Jester says, you should never say that ever again. It sounded a lot cooler in my mind. But yeah, if that didn't work, I didn't have jack shit.
Nope.
I could sit down and cast augury for a minute to tell me how fucked I was. I could try casting suggestion on him just straight up, but you know how that would have gone. Him and his wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
It would have been just as powerful, if not the same effect. I could have made a fucking delicious banquet that tasted like mush in front of him.
Oh, I'm sure he would have stopped for that tasty, tasty fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. I could have fucking casted Meld into Stone and hide. Like, I also could have tried Confusion. Like, those are the things I had. That's it. I didn't have anything else going for me.
Oh.
Like, what spells did Jester have that might have been useful?
Considering I never restock his spells as whatever he had before, I think his best spell that would have done anything would have been Inflict Wounds.
Jesus.
I mean, he could have tried Hold Person, but does that work on a vampire? Are they a humanoid or are they a monster?
I don't think they're a humanoid. I think they count as undead.
Even better. I could have bestowed a curse.
That could have done something. I don't even have that.
Maybe. Yeah. Either way, if we didn't stop him there would have been no hope at all. That would have been it.
Oh my god.
I was not expecting you to go back to the shadow. No. When you cast Banishment, I was like, okay, we'll go back to our house in
Yeah, I was... See, that's what I thought initially. I was like, I'm shooting myself in the foot by probably saying this, but you were saying, oh no, we'll go back home. I'm like, oh, okay, so yeah, we're going back to the Shadowfell, where our home technically is.
And I was like, wait a minute, you're correct, because we're technically not from the mortal plane.
No, we're not. We're in a shit place.
But I was like, well, we might as well just go there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So level 9, everyone.
Yep.
I'm going into level 9 Cleric.
I'm going level 3 Rogue.
Oh. Ooh, that's good. So then you get, what archetype are you going for?
Probably Assassin.
Probably Assassin.
Gotcha. I mean, we need it.
Yeah, fair enough. This is one of the really select few times where I think that this is an okay time to have an Assassin Rogue. Solo campaigns, Assassin Rogue is probably your best bet.
Yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't delve into my hatred for assassins, but in this circumstance, and I actually kind of like this dynamic because I think our biggest downfall with the split personality personally is our variety of character isn't variety. It's not enough, in my opinion.
Explain.
Because it's so like our style of combat completely different, but by going into this rogue archetype, Jester's gonna be trying to stealth a lot more.
Yeah.
Anna doesn't
at least
have
stabbing with his duplicate out.
Well, yeah, but to get the assassinate ability, they need to be surprised.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Jester trying to still be stealthier. At the same time, it would be difficult because we have plate armor, or we have heavy armor, so we're at disadvantage.
Guess what's happening? We're changing out the... No, it's fine.
I mean, we can. One way or another.
Yeah, I suppose. We could, steal some enchanted
there's
medium
decent
or whatever.
armors. There's decent armors. But,
I'm not worried.
But now, because of that, Anna's not stealthy. I got a +2 into stealth.
Ooh.
Like, Anna's not going to be trying to stealth through things.
Very good.
So
I am leveling right now.
Okay. I am triggering my level as well.
Roll for HP right now.
Yes.
Do it.
So,
Do it right now.
D8.
A 7.
Ooh, that's good. I got a 5, so we'll take the 7.
We have a con mod of +1.
We have a con mod of 0.
Oh, very good.
Yes. All right. Sweet. So that gets more spells on my end. I get 5th level spells now. I think that's it. Oh no, and our proficiency goes up by 1, doesn't it? It does.
Yes, sir.
So our proficiency goes up by 1, which means all of our attack mods, spell save DCs go up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Your expertises are gonna be fucking ridiculous. My
Plus 11
expertises
to
are
deception and performance.
yeah, plus 11 to arcana and history. Very different.
Oh my god.
Very different. Oh my god.
Well, that was a very quick level for me.
Yeah, same. I get to pick. Oh, I get to pick another spell in addition to my normal spell, don't I? I think. No.
I'm uncertain.
I'll look up Cleric quick, because I'm pretty sure, actually, I don't learn a new spell. It's just, I don't think my proficiency affects how many spells I learn.
No. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's no.
No, I do not. I do not learn a new spell. I also do not learn a new cantrip. Damn it. Oh! No. Nope. Yeah, that's it. Nope. No, yeah, that's it. I get a 3rd level, 4th level spell, and a 1st and 1 5th level spell. That is all. The proficiency increase is incredible, though. So I'm going to change one of my spells up to these 5th level. Oh, but I also get my 5th level spells from being cleric. From being of the knowledge domain.
What are you going to take for your actual spell?
I don't know. Because I got scrying automatically. I also have legend lore automatically.
Both equally useful.
Mm-hmm. I could take Flame Strike. That'd be pretty good.
That is very good.
Yeah, 8d6 damage. That is pretty good. Though, I don't know. Doesn't seem... By the way, at this point, I'm gonna think that Anna's alignment has changed from evil to neutral.
Works for me.
Okay,
Gesture
it's not
isn't
gonna.
exactly evil anymore either. I don't think I've updated his.
I think there's a release of some really frustrating emotions. Yeah. Oh man, there's some really good spells. I could take Greater Restoration too.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, but we need Diamond Dust, which we don't have.
We're kind of poor.
Yeah, in reality, we were the rulers of the Nine Hells, and we have like 49 gold to our names.
We were the ruler of the Nine Hells for like 5 minutes.
Look, I didn't realize that we were actually the ruler. I thought we just had the artifact that did it.
Should have explained. That's on me.
That's all right. In reality, I don't think Anna wants to hold the fucking staff anymore.
No, I don't think either of us had any intention to be the ruler.
I want to leave.
Yep.
I'm tired. I want to take my friends and go home. To an actual home, and not, this hellhole, as well as, the Shadowfell. I do want to go back to the Shadowfell. Oh. I had a lot of opportunity to be able to do a lot, huh? That's unfortunate. It's going to be a little bit longer to save good old, what was her name? Eris?
Eris, yep.
Yeah. I could have plane shifted over to her and then plane shifted us out. That was a mistake that I had so easily given up. But, oh well. Another day for another adventure.
Yes.
We're much more much more capable now. We actually might be able to get through that city without having to really worry about it.
God, I have no idea what on earth I want to do next.
Yeah. It's pretty severe.
Let's keep it light for a bit, because I'm tired of hell.
Oh yeah. Oh man. I could take the Raise Dead spell. It could be useful. What's the duration on it? Is that 10 days?
Evil.
It's 10 days? Yeah. No, Raise Dead is the resurrection. You're thinking of Create
Animate
Undead.
Dead.
Yeah, you're thinking of Animate Dead, which I could have already done.
I was like, that's very edgy.
Yeah, no, that is third level. We could have done that when we started the game. It's like
also valid. Gonna start an undead army, Anna.
Oh God, no, you're not. I will remove the curse from them.
Anna, look what I did. I raised this zombie.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, actually, this is important. That is actually funny. So let me check. Let me just double check. Protection from evil and good consumes the holy water. That's funny because dispel evil and good needs holy water, but it doesn't consume it. That's weird.
A little bit.
Oh, it's also like a self spell. It's not like an actual thing. Shimmering energy surrounds and protects you from fey, undead, and creatures originated. As your action, you touch a creature you can reach that is charmed, frightened, or possessed by celestial, an elemental, a fey, a fiend, or undead. Creature is no longer charmed. Dismissal. As an action, make a melee spell attack against one of those types. On a hit, you attempt to drive the creature back to its home plane.
Interesting.
Oh, this is funny. Okay, this is funny. Creature must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be sent back to its home plane if it isn't there already. If they aren't on their home plane, undead are sent to the Shadowfell, and Fey are sent to the Feywild. That's pretty good. So, and that lasts a minute, too, so you can just keep doing it. So it's like a combination of protection from good and evil and banishment, in a way.
Yeah. That's a tasty spell.
Yeah, for a minute? That's pretty good, honestly. But at the same time, we kind of just ran out of our options of fiends to realistically want to use this on.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be staying in here next session.
God,
I get a
no.
feeling we're gonna be leaving. I could take insect plague.
Do it.
I don't know. Oh man, there's so many good ones that I want to try. I mean, I could take several of them. I just have to change spells around.
Do it. Kill him.
Do it. Kill him. Do it. Do it. D. I think I'm gonna get rid of create food and water.
You know what?
As useful as it is, I think we're not gonna necessarily need to worry about food.
No. You have cast that spell every single day that we have been gone from the material plane.
I mean, it's better than the sweet mead. All right. And we fed other people. We made good friends. See, when you're in like a hellhole or a prison, if you're in like jail in medieval times, having food is like the best currency. You can bribe people. Are you
trying to tell me you bribed our friends?
I mean, yes.
You're still a monster. Change that alignment back.
That was when I was still evil. But I went back and saved their lives.
After you killed one. Let us not forget.
Look. With the best intentions. Alright? So shush. You know what I could actually take? That actually might be super useful. But probably not yet, because we don't have that kind of money. We could actually
form a heist.
We can make a hollowed home. Yeah. I can make a 60-foot radius thing. I can make a 120-foot radius, or 100-foot 20 diameter area that we can create a home in.
Holy shit.
And I think Anna is fucking going to do that because she doesn't want anything to do with the 9 hells ever again.
Nope. I have no intention to ever return. In fact, I don't really want to go back to Neverwinter either.
No, I don't either, honestly. Though I think we could live a lot easier there. But,
yeah.
But we have wings, so going back to a place that doesn't like magic casters and having magical wings probably is not a good idea.
Probably not.
Oh man, the world is our oyster now. We can fucking fly.
We can go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh. Could also cast Commune. Could get some more Bishaba action going.
Oh hell yeah! Bring in the goddess of horrible
misfortune. Misfortune. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So this is so funny. I'm finally of the level that I can scry on Strahd's fucking things, and we killed Strahd. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. I'm probably gonna go to like level 10 of cleric.
Interesting. What are you considering multiclassing into?
Possibly wizard.
I could see it, yeah.
I have the spell book. So I already have the ritual spell book, and I think that at this point we can kind of turn that into their normal spell book.
Yeah.
Oh, but then at that point, if I take that, then my ritual casting feat's kind of useless.
Mayhaps. Make a pact with Maximilian, your favorite friend.
Oh, yeah. The moment I said devil in a tuxedo, you were like, you bastard. You were so upset.
Considering hanging up and going to bed.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny.
You You wretch.
I think I'm gonna take Gaius.
That is a good one. I do
That is a
enjoy
very
that spell
good one.
quite a bit.
It's difficult, but it can be used if used in the proper way. You have a 30-day caretaker.
Yeah.
And I mean, at a high enough level, you have an indefinite amount of them.
This sounds a lot like slavery. Are you
know
sure
what?
you still aren't evil?
Yeah, that actually is super evil. In reality, what are we going to use Gaius for? What would you gather from Gaius? How do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it Gaius or Gaius? I've been calling it
Either or.
Gaius.
I've heard it pronounced both ways, so I just use whatever I feel like at the moment.
I saw on Twitter a poll about this question, and that's why I brought it up. I was just like, I have no idea. I've always called it Gaius because there's an AE, but
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really have a strong opinion. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god. Maybe Contagion's good. Can really just ruin the life of someone.
Yeah, because that isn't evil at all. We have no living enemies. We have friends to go rescue. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, we realistically have... We don't have a threat right now.
Nope.
Oh my god.
First time.
Wow. We can quite literally do what we want.
Let's just buy a boat, gather up our friends, and go sail away.
Come sail away. Come sail away. I am not a singer, I am a band boy.
You played the flute.
I did not. My mother played the flute.
Oh, you played the...
You will never know this name.
You played the bassoon.
I did not play the bassoon, though I wish I did. I wish I was talented enough to.
It's very cool. I like it.
It is super good. No, I play what's called the euphonium.
You're right, I don't know what that is.
I will tell you this exactly, and I'm sure that this will help you know what it is. The mini tuba.
Really?
Yes. It is quite literally a mini tuba. That is the best way that I can describe it to someone that has no idea what a euphonium is. A marching euphonium is very similar to like a mellophone.
Yes.
It's actually compared. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have
I was
no idea
not in band.
I
I know very little about classical musical instruments.
Here is a euphonium. I will send you a picture, and it is quite literally a mini tuba. It is 3 to 4 valves. It's not like the ones that wrap around you. It's been a number of years since I've been in marching band, but save image. I'm saving a fucking image of a euphonium. This is going straight into the DT file, into the folder that I use for DoubleTime.
Great. I'm so happy. Which tab?
Oh no, it's in my own personal folders that I use for the audio files.
I see.
Yes, I had to keep them separate, otherwise I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Just never look at my files from my computer, because it is a nightmare.
How have you not? Never mind, don't answer that.
I've organized. Yeah, organized better.
Oh yes, of course. I recognize this.
Yes.
Indeed.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh. I thought you were joshing me.
Or am I? No, I'm not. I know what this is.
I figured as much. It's yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. But anyways, Back to character development. I still have no idea what I'm gonna fucking pick for a spell.
Do it. Pick it at random. Roll the dice.
I mean, I could do that. Is
Do
there
it.
anything in Xanathar's guide?
I'd have to look.
I'd have to look too. My books aren't near me.
I've got it right here.
I've got it too. Nope, that's the Rise of Tiamat. That's the wrong book. All right, I'm gonna trust in you. I'm gonna trust in you.
You fool! Cleric, level 5, Dawn and Holy Weapon.
Dawn. Holy Weapon's good. I know that. I remember that one.
Dawn. Page 153.
Dawn is like a... Dawn, I'm pretty sure, is like a stronger sunlight spell. I think it actually like does radiant damage. I've got it coming up right now.
Stronger than Daylight, but not as good as the 6th level variant. Which name eludes me?
Sunburst.
Yes.
30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Holy cow. This light is sunlight. When the cylinder appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 4d10 radiant damage?
Holy Christ, that's a jacked up moonbeam.
It's a jacked up moonbeam, and it is a moonbeam. It's the same exact effect. I can move the cylinder 60 feet for a bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good.
That's fucking phenomenal. That would have been super useful when we were in the Shadowfell fighting off vampires.
Not like we intended to go there so early.
Oh, but I can't use it yet. It requires a sunburst pendant worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Not good.
Not good. So that's on the back burner. I'm going to add that to my list at least. Because I'm absolutely taking that. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. It's a concentration, so that means no spirit guardians. Holy weapon. Is it just a stronger version of spiritual weapon? Bonus action to cast, concentration up to an hour. You imbue a weapon you touch with holy power. Deals bright. It has 60 feet of light, basically 30 and 30. Weapon attacks deal an additional 2d8 every hit. Oh, okay. And as a bonus action on your turn, you can dismiss the spell, having it burst of radiance. Each creature that I can see within 30 feet must make a Constitution of my choice that are within 30 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, they take 48 radiant damage and are blinded for 1 minute.
Fuck. That is extremely good.
Yeah. It is a melee weapon, though. Well, it actually just technically says weapon. Could put on like a crossbow. But at that point, what am I wasting? I'm wasting a 5th level spell to deal 2d8, 3d8 with a light crossbow.
Worth it.
I mean, or I could just have the fucking moonbeam, the sunbeam come down and do 4d10.
Upon closer inspection, it is much larger than Moonbeam.
Yes, it is way bigger. It is like, what, 20 by 40?
40 by 40?
Is it 40 by
40 by 30. 30-foot radius.
Oh my god, if it's a 60-foot area?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. So I'm picking the spell anyways, and the first thing we do when we get back is getting the fucking sunburst pendant?
Yep, let's just steal it.
Well, we can go get the money. We got items we can sell. We got plenty of +1 daggers.
I suppose the other dagger is also gone.
Yeah, technically, isn't it?
Yep.
It was good while it lasted.
Yep, I stabbed 2 people with it.
I stabbed 1.
Very good.
We also do have the orange handcuffs of sex. I don't know what those do.
I can tell you what they are.
Oh boy.
Because they aren't what you think.
Yeah, well, I just remember you telling me that they were orange fuzzy handcuffs, so I marked them down as +3 orange handcuffs of sex.
I'm like, what would they possibly have? And then I realized, oh, they're dimensional shackles, of course.
Oh, we do have the Thunder Barrel.
The witch?
The Thunder Barrel.
What the fuck is that?
The Thunder Barrel that Travis used.
Oh, yes, of course.
He asked us to hold on to it.
He did, and we haven't seen him
Oh.
since.
Is this the necklace that we got, by the way? The necklace that we got that we were starting to have the technical issues with and I didn't hear you?
Yes.
Oh. It has 8 of these?
Yes, I rolled very well.
Oh my god. We have 8 fucking fireball spells?
Yep.
The Necklace of Fireballs. Wow. Is this a real item? It feels like a real item.
Pretty sure it is.
Well, I wasn't sure if you homebrewed it and you just put it into the format.
Oh, no.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's super useful.
Yes.
I think that I'm going to let you use all of those.
Hooray.
Now, question, would the Necklace of Fireballs count as a sunburst necklace?
It's a burst of a different sort, I'm sorry to say.
So, when all of the beads are gone, it's just gone, yeah.
It's just a necklace at that point.
Yeah.
Still though, free jewelry.
You can hurl multiple beads or even the whole necklace as an action.
The whole thing. God.
Just throwing it, shouting, yeet.
Yeet.
I have never used that meme.
It is very good.
Except for now. I feel slightly sad.
Oh, you're getting old, it's okay.
I'm 23. I'm like halfway with my life.
Oh, so am I.
You are not
And
23.
my torment.
Olivia thought you were in your 30s.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Because you sound way more adult. You can't even deny that. You sound way more of an adult than like the rest of the party.
What do you mean?
It's the voice.
That's rude. I take offense to that, sir.
Do you?
Don't really care.
I didn't think so.
No, I am younger than you.
Yeah, it is funny. Xanathar's name. What is it called again?
Which?
The Sunbeam. Dawn. It's called Dawn.
Dawn.
5th level. Evocation. Blam. Casting time. 1 action. Range. 60 feet. Duration. Con 1 minute. Component. It's all of these. It's all the components. Sunburst necklace. Worth 100 GP. That's FP.
Oh my god. This is an amazing item. I want this.
What?
The Wand of Scowls.
Does it make people frown?
This wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and target a humanoid creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Target must succeed in a DC 10 Charisma saving throw, or be forced to scowl for 1 minute.
I think the Wanda smiles exist, and it's the exact opposite. It makes them smile.
It is on the same page directly beneath the Wand of Scowls.
Weird. So funny enough, I guess my point from before was wrong. About like the DCs being based off of their rarity.
You lied to me.
I was told when making items from Through the Veil by 7 or 8 different writers. Like actual writers, people that have already people that have made other things in the DM's Guild tell me this. So I was like, I guess I was wrong. I was lied to.
This is in the DMG, you said?
In the DMG, yeah. And I did look through the DMG, and a lot of the items in there follow that rule. Like, I didn't see anything that was over 20 DC. Like, no, like the DMG looking at magic items, not like actual rules.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay, just making sure. But yeah, like, I was trying to find one. I will be honest, I didn't see anything, but I didn't, like, scour through, like, I must know. I just changed it.
Who's lying? That is odd.
Oh no, I found one. I found one that doesn't fit that. The Pipes of Haunting. It's an uncommon item, but it has a DC 15. Oh well, I like the standard because I think it makes sense. But
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, 20 is god tier, so legendary items. Well, like putting it into like another perspective, it's like think of Craven Edge, that cursed weapon.
Yes.
If you roll less than an 18, and it is a legendary item, if you roll less than an 18, then, you know, the effect triggers. So, like, the DC for the save is 18. Oh, but the Ring of Elemental Command, the save DC is 17, and that's a legendary item. I was fucking lied to. Oh my god.
You fool.
I feel very foolish, in fact, because I had been correcting a lot of other people because of it. Someone has made an ass out of me, and I am unpleased by this.
It was me all along.
How dare you? No, that's fine. I still like the standard because I think it makes a good amount of sense. Because, I mean, an 11 to 10 isn't that big of a change. It's 1.
Yeah.
It is 5% difference.
Yeah, big whoop.
Yeah. Oh, well. And, I mean, an 18 is still crazy high.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'll feel less bad about now, you know, kind of fiddling with that for other magic items.
That's too ominous for me. Don't
worry about my magic items. I made 42, so I have a lot of different items. I'm excited because they might actually have some artists make some of mine.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes. Well, we are rambling at this point.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. This was quite the monument. And in the next episode, because we're going to call it here, we're both exhausted.
Yes.
If you liked it, then go check out our other series and give us a like if possible. It helps greatly. Helps know that our viewers are enjoying what we're watching. Thank you once again. We will be playing this, and we will see what happens with more improvised DoubleTime.
Until then, have a good evening or day or whatever. This is really bad.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
It has been fun. Goodbye.
Goodbye.